Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Hello, is Adriana here, Body, Mind, and Soul. We are back with our pop-up conversations. And today is a special day. Today, let's say hello to my co-hosts, Michelle and Lorna. And today we have two beautiful, new, amazing provider members for our community. They are brand new, joining our community, and we are so excited because these two beautiful providers are very different, and in the same time they bringing their special gifts in this community. We all need to learn from each other, and I'm so excited to introduce Mike and Jutta. Hello, hello everyone. Hello to our pop-up weekly conversations, and we'll give a quick round of introducing yourselves to our community as our new providers, and then we're going to dive into our topic for tonight. So Jutta, would you like to say where you come from?
Okay, hi, my name is Jutta. I'm based in Berlin in Germany. I'm a midwife coach, trainer, speaker, and best-selling author, and the founder of Elements of Birth and Fabulous 9. So I help pregnant women, and right now especially pregnant business professional women, entrepreneurs, how to be able to really enjoy a healthy pregnancy, be perfectly prepared for the outcoming birth, and then, have the best start into the new stage of life, which is, of course, the time after. And having a positive birth experience, whatever that will mean actually for you, because that is a wide topic, but having a positive birth experience will allow you to create a positive, strong resource for the rest of your life. And that's why I think every birth matters. Better birth, better earth. So that's me.
Oh, I love it. And we are so thrilled to have you here, because we come in this life through a birth, and we need more people to understand the importance of that first catalyst moment of our life. So thank you for being here, and we're so glad to have you. And we talk about starting new things. When you start into this life, you need to learn how to communicate. And we have the best speak coach here, Mike. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I pretty much do the same thing Jutta does. No, I don't. But I let my background do my talking for me. Well, as a speaking coach, I ought to say something, right? It's real simple. No matter what you do now on the business side, if you're in business, you're in the business of promoting your business, especially if you're in the solopreneur space. And a question I get a lot is, how do you do it is it harder for solopreneurs to promote? No, it's more natural because you can't delegate that. You are the face and voice of your business. So to put together a signature talk to promote your business, and what we were talking about before as a provider, long before you're ready to give that signature talk to promote the business, you've got to have some good infrastructure. So a lot of people you meet in these spaces, these communities, they have wild idea and half a plan. So one of the offerings you're going to see for me as a provider is an assessment tool of the 4 elements of your business: earth, wind, fire, and water, to see that you have a complete offering that you give out. And then once that business is complete, then we work on the signature talk.
That is amazing. So we here today, and thank you, Mike, for being here as a provider for our community. And because we have new members in our community, tonight we decided to talk about the topic of community, the importance of community. We all part of communities. That's why we're here. We're not lonely strangers, humans on an island. We're all part of a community. If it's your family, it's your tribe, at work, your team, or whatever that is, we're all part of a community. And I would love to dive deep into this conversation into of the importance of community in your business. Because we're all here in the Body, Mind, and Soul providers in our connection circle. We're all coming together in this community, looking for other people like-minded, like ourselves, and in the hopes that we don't feel so lonely, because sometimes the entrepreneurial world can feel very lonely, right? So let's dive deep into this conversation of why you think it's so important having a community to support you on your own journey as an entrepreneur in your business. We'll start with Jutta.
Okay. Well, of course, first of all, humans in general are not designed to be by themselves. And for instance, in my business, I'm a people's person, so I work with people. But of course, what does Tony Robbins say? He says, if you want to achieve something, you have to put yourself sort of one level up. So you have to find the right community, not just a community. And the right community is, if you want to achieve something, you find someone who has already achieved what you want, or at least believes you can achieve it. So when you run a business as a solopreneur, can be very difficult sometimes because some things work out, some others don't. Business goes a little up and down. No business will continuously just go up, up, up. It's normal that you hit a plateau. It's normal that you think, what is happening here? And when you are in the right community, you have people where you can really, I have to say, talk business. Because if your friends are not running their own business, they get a little bit bored. It's like when my mom speak about dirty nappies, sleepless nights, people that don't have babies get bored with that, not because they don't love the person, but it's not in their world. And for me, I love being in a like-minded community because I can talk about my problems, I can talk about my success, I can talk about my thoughts, my ideas. Yeah, and that is for me something that is helpful. So if you want to grow, you better grow with some people. And when you are in the right community, also, you can support each other. And sometimes you might even find someone for a great partnership. And I know when you have partners, your business will always grow faster. Yeah. So that's my opinion about community. That's why I love communities. And I am in different communities in different parts of the world. I have a community of business people, a lot of men in that community in Berlin, which is an English-speaking community. I'm part of a big club in London that is all over the world. I'm this club. So, I think communities are just great because there's always something in it and always something to learn. Well, that's it.
Yes, so true. I love that. Love that. Community is help. We need so much. Yes, Tisha?
Well, and I wanted to pick up on that thread because it feels like whether it's a topically based community or a skill development community or like whatever the reason that draws the community together, it's like the universal clockworks. You cannot move yourself through your soul's path and have the experiences brought into your reality without those external stimuli that sometimes come in the form of other people. And whether it's something that's stirring you up and bringing something up that you need to look at, or whether it's someone that's inspiring you and it has a level of skill that you aspire to, or whether it's like Jutta said, a collaboration that produces a synergy. It really, for me, is about the clockworks, the movement between and the exchange of energy and information that lets us follow through on our soul's path and our soul's desire so that we can express ourselves and deliver our gift.
Yes. Lorna, would you like to add to that?
Sure. It was interesting when I got home tonight. I walked into the house and the family member who was doing dinner tonight, it was like right away I was greeted by the smell of hamburgers cooking. And right away it took me to my childhood of, our country fair, where there would be, the races happening, the ball games happening. And here was a little building, where you could go in the concession stand and there was the hamburger. So right away it took me there. And so this whole aspect of community, going back to there, what was it? It was that shared, that coming together, that to experience something together. And, there was something for all ages. There was family activities. There were things that some were just spectators, some that were, here's the races and a little bit of a break. And so the whole piece there. And how does that apply to, I think, families? I mean, that just sort of speaks to community at a personal, social level. And when we apply that to business, it's talking about, as you just said, that aspect of there are different communities that we have for different activities or different ways that we resonate and connect with people for different purposes. Sometimes it's, for the storytelling. Okay, let's work on our stories. For some, okay, how do we do social enterprise, all these various things that we do, but there's always going to be a commonality that brings us together with that. And that ultimately the thing about a community is that we are there accepting each other. There's part about celebrating each other, uplifting each other, being there for each other with what we're going through. And so as a business, it's really no different. Sometimes there's the hiring of the coach for this kind of a part of our business. Sometimes it's the collaboration for this. Sometimes it's the delegation of this. But to me, it just really speaks to the body of the body of a business. There's the different parts, the different functions, and the ways that we still in our business operate as a whole, and knowing that sometimes someone else or other communities are a part of that whole.
Yes, collaborating community can bring so many benefits in our businesses as well. I love that Jutta and you, Lorna, talk about the collaboration because a lot of people try to compete, but it's more important to collaborate with each other than compete against each other, because then nobody wins. And let's hear Mike, his takeaway on this topic.
Sure. I always say that it's lonely at the top, but it's even lonelier at the laptop. That's been touched upon already, that, it's a very lonely experience, and you really have to test yourself mentally. I come from a military background. I'm an athlete, and the mental toughness is push yourself, go for it. It's a much different type of mental, I don't even know if mental toughness is the right thing, just having the right frame of mind because of all the things that come your way. And my worst thoughts, I don't want to lead off so depressing, but my worst moments, I've thought, do I even exist? I'm all by myself trying to sell this service that nobody understands and nobody wants. I really don't want to go into some emotional support group with people who don't know anything about business or what it's like. So we all have this wild vision. We know what we can do for other people. And I love what you said, Adriana, about competition. I love competition, but when we meet with other people, listen, you can't get anywhere in an online business without online networking. But most of these groups are just a wolf pit, and people are just waiting for their turn to talk. And basically what I do is I sell Mellow Legal. It's vitamins, supplements, and legal services for one free fee, and I sell it. Therefore, you need it. And you do need to meet people like that. When you meet people who are just talking about what it's like, no you shoulds, it's just being in the same frame of mind. That level of support is something that every business wants, and it's not measurable. A lot of people don't look for it.
Awesome. What would be, say, if you can give a tip or tool or something for our audience when it comes to stay more connected, because this entrepreneurial world sometimes can be, like I say, feel like everybody pull you, especially families and people around you, they pull you or you feel like they push you away. And then sometimes it's even hard to, like Jutta said, to find those people that I can speak and I can be freely me, and people actually get excited or curious about what I am going through, or my ups and downs and all these things I'm going through as an entrepreneurial journey. What would be your guys' takeaway when it comes, or your, let's say, your advice or your recommendation or your own experience that helped you to stay connected with other people? Meanwhile, sometimes you feel like you're a lonely wolf. Jutta?
Oh, I would say, you said the word curious, that came to my mind, So say when you come to a networking event, yeah, of course, usually sometimes there's a round where you can, in like a minute, pitch yourself so people know who you are and what you do. But what I love is the social aspect, because, in business, a lot of things come through a social aspect, when we talk about competition. So for me, it's stay curious and also be open to be a mentor from all the skills that you might have, but also to take a mentor. I like to give advice about the things that I know of, but I know there's things where I still have to learn a lot. So I also like to get advice. And I like this kind of exchange to keep it fluid, because no one knows everything, but everyone knows something. And so, this is the strength of a network, of a community. Not to say like, oh, look, I'm very successful. I'm in networks where people make millions, and some people just start their business. And I love when we kind of treat people equal, because you never know the mountain of wisdom that someone sits on. It's not the money that will tell you what the person knows. Yeah, you never know. Someone might be just at the beginning or right at the edge after so many attempts that now finally the person has a breakthrough. So it's not that. It's it's for me, what do people know and what is their story behind the story, and that will often give you a really good clue and will help you. That's at least my experience and my opinion.
Yes, stay curious, stay curious. You never know. No, don't, what they say, don't judge the book by the cover, because you don't know what is underneath there. I love that. Really great point. Michelle? Oh, you are muted. I cannot hear you.
I was gonna, there I go. Thank you, sir. I was gonna ask you, we haven't heard your take on community and what you think, Adriana.
I can tell you this. I grow up, so I don't have brother or sisters. I'm only one. My mom said you made like 10, so we're not gonna have another brother or sister. She's like, you enough. And I always struggle with this. I always look for a community to belong to. And I think it's a human need. We all have this need. It's in our instinct to, DNA to be part of a community, to be part of a tribe. And it's something I always been fascinated of, the power of a community. That can be a community of two, or that can be a community of many. And when people come together, what they say, more hands or more brains can do more than one at a time. So for me, I've always been fascinated to be curious, like Jutta said, be curious about other people, because you can learn so much from the people near you that you don't have a clue if you don't ask the questions, if you're not genuine curious about them. And I have this thing. If I struggle by myself, then why keep I doing this when I can ask other people, when I can join communities, when I can be part of other people and not struggle anymore? So I love the power of community. I think it's something that we all, why people get married, why people come together, why people have children. It's not just the reproduction and, keep going our breed, but it's also this strong need of knowing inside of us somehow that community is something that is going to help us to evolve and to grow as a human being. So the power of community is huge for me. And that's why I'm here. That's why we wanted to create Body, Mind, and Soul. Remember, girls, we talked a couple of years ago, we had this idea, and I had this idea of community years ago, when I always knew that come back to what human were about. We were tribes. We were tribes where nobody is smarter than nobody else. We all come together to support each other, to learn from each other, the youngest to learn from the oldest, and so on. So yes, community for me is a huge thing. Michelle?
And don't you feel like it's a bit of a renaissance, and it's sort of like, for those of us old enough, Gen X or whatever older, sort of like before the interwebs, like we had community, we were de facto community, and the digital realm and the way that society evolved, everything kind of seemingly was disjointed. Now I feel like that expansion is done, and now we're coming back into community in the new platform, in the new way that makes sense. But there is something in us as souls, as spirit, as one, that we're all made of the same stuff, and that we create these spaces of safety and love and support, because that's the ultimate vibration is love, right? And so that safety and love and support in community, whether it's personal and spiritual and relationship, or whether it's business and team oriented, or mission focused, it's all part of being human and being in community. So and we're so lucky. If you don't mind, I'm gonna kind of segue here. Lauren, I don't know if you have anything to say, but I was gonna segue and say that's part of why we're celebrating community tonight in the pop-up conversation, is because we're just so thrilled that Mike and Jutta have joined the Provider Circle subscription community. When Adriana and Lorna and I formed the Body, Mind, and Soul Network to kind of connect clients with providers, we realized, yes, we need that, but the providers need a certain type of community of their own to be able to support their development and growth, so that, you know, when they put their own oxygen masks on first before they turn and help the clients. And so we've got this inner circle that we're delighted that Jutta and Mike have joined. It's a subscription community with weekly, you get all of these pop-up conversations, all of the connection circles, all of the one-to-one interviews, yes, the library recordings of the events that are going to be coming, unlimited participation, but the business benefits are what we really wanted to emphasize, and that is to do with visibility and promotion of your wellness product or service. You may have noticed that in the main Facebook group where we're broadcasting this, it's the Provider Circle members that you will see, aside from Lorna and Adriana and I, who are authorized to post. So you get extra promotions, you get storefront placement, your product or service in our storefront. You get discounts on those products from other people in the storefront. You get featured provider graphics and an ability to have a masterclass to tell everybody about your storefront, email list promotion, newsletter, affiliate links. You get an affiliate link so that when you share Body, Mind, and Soul community, Provider Circles community, you can benefit from that. We've got all sorts of just wonderful benefits in there, connection and collaboration in terms of service swaps and speaking opportunities, and, you know, participating on lives with the hosts. And then when the providers have gotten all in there, they're also doing expert-based stuff, like we've got Alan Milliger, who's going to be doing a sales chat. Mike's going to be doing a fitness coaching speaking program, and I'm sure we've got to get something from Jutta yet. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how all of these pieces come together in community in support of our wellness providers. So we're just really excited you guys are here, and yeah, I mean, talk about a timely pop-up topic, right?
Yes.
What do you think, Lorna?
It's really a celebration, and I'm looking forward to Jutta and Mike seeing your posts where, you know, there you are, and excited each week to be able to, you know, see what you're putting up. And yes, it's going to be great. So welcome. So glad you're here. And the gifts that you are, and the gifts that you are sharing through your presence and through your experience and your expertise. So it's just really an honor to have you here.
Yes, it's our pleasure. And let's hear from Mike as well too, as we wrap up. What was a little bit a tool or something that will help people to understand and come back to the power of community?
Well, next week, is this an opportunity to plug an event? Next week, I'm going to be running a workshop, and I'm going to put up some video clips. Plan on doing some live coaching, and you're going to see clips of that. And then for this community, what you'll see is kind of a wraparound of what actually happened, what you just witnessed, and why we're able to make that breakthrough so quickly. So that's coming soon.
Yes. We're excited to see that and be part of that as well. I will be joining his workshop right away. So that's going to be exciting, because that's what we're here. We're here to learn from each other. We're here to support each other and collaborate with each other. That's what a community is about. And as we wrap up this beautiful weekly conversation, I just want to say thank you to Mike and Jutta for being part, taking their time, whatever that is, morning or night, late night for them. They are joining with us, and we say welcome again to our beautiful provider community. For those that are watching, please connect with them, say hello, don't be a stranger. If you have any questions, that's why they're here as provider, to answer you any question and give you the support that you're looking for. Because we all need to understand the importance of our beginnings, and help us if we are about to give birth to a child, or we are about to create a new family, and Jutta is the best on that. or we're all speaking. We're all here to speak our gifts to the world, and we definitely need a speaking coach like Mike. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. We will see you at the next pop-up conversation, and until then, take care of you. Bye-bye, body, mind, and soul providers. See you next time.